Meanwhile, the jobs picture not as hot everywhere as Mike just told us about some of those sectors that are benefiting. Hiring at small U.S. small businesses slowed for the fifth consecutive month. So what are those small businesses seeing that everybody else in this economy is not seeing? For that question, let's bring in Paychex CEO Marty Mucci, who's seeing things in this economy that even the government data doesn't see. Marty, is this just a question of small businesses really just running out of people to hire here, or what's going on?
Well, Eamon, I think, it's always a little bit tougher for small businesses. While job growth has decreased from a level of growth, there's still job growth with under 50 employees. But the issue is really finding the people. So the postings are at an all-time high. We're seeing job postings still very high for small businesses, but they're having a problem finding people. And, that's always a little bit tougher for under 50. They don't have as much flexibility in the jobs from a work perspective, maybe not remote work. The benefits aren't always as strong. They're certainly adding a lot of those things, but it's not quite as strong for under 50, but not for lack of demand. The demand is still very strong for their goods and services.
Marty, what makes you wonder about the wages picture here, too, right? I mean, because wage number was good in this report today if you're a worker, not so good if you're a small business trying to hire. And I wonder if wage inflation is just a particular problem for small business because they just don't have the flexibility, adaptability, the enormous balance sheets that big companies have. So if they've got to pay more, that really hurts a small business.
Well, it's a very good point. It's a little bit harder to pass on the price increases in a lot of small businesses. So we're seeing on the under 50 employee businesses, about a 5%, 5.1% wage increase year over year. That's up from almost 2.5% just about a year and a half ago. So it's really increased quite quickly. And in some areas, sectors like other services or leisure and hospitality, the wage increase is more like 6 or 7%. One other number that's really interesting, though, while we're back, as you, I'm sure, heard from the BLS report today, that we're back to pre-pandemic levels overall, leisure and hospitality is still 1.2 million jobs less than pre-pandemic. And it's been picked up really with big increases in transportation and warehousing and professional services. That's where the jobs have been coming. And you're not seeing quite as many of those in the small business area.
Why is leisure and hospitality hurting so much? I mean, where did those workers go? I mean, we talked a lot about the stimulus back during the pandemic. That might have encouraged some people to sit on the sidelines a little bit. But now that's over. You'd think that that's worked its way through the economy and those employees should be coming back. You're saying they're not.
They're not because, it's a lot less flexibility and people have gotten used to remote work and flexible work hours, hybrid schedules. That's a lot harder to do in leisure and hospitality. And there's still some COVID fears, some health fears. They've got to be on the spot in front of people and some still wearing masks. It's just not as easy to hire in leisure and hospitality when you can go other places. And even with the higher wages in leisure and hospitality. The other interesting stat that we just saw today that we had not seen before is the multiple job holders. So people holding multiple jobs, a full-time and a part-time, is at a record level. Very interesting that maybe some of this big jobs number was from people holding multiple jobs, which is at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up COVID because that's where I wanted to go next. I mean, my personal theory here is what's going on is this just enormous demand surge post-COVID that has just distorted the entire economy, and we're all sort of working our way through that. But you wonder how much the COVID situation is hurting these small businesses right now. I mean, I personally was out with COVID last week. You think I was fortunate enough to be able to take a whole week off of work, no problem. A lot of hourly workers can't do that. And when they step out of work for COVID, that hits their employers, that hits the restaurants, that hits the service industry. How much are you seeing people just out sick showing up in this data?
Yeah, you're definitely seeing that. Glad to have you back on the job. And you're right. They can't take that time off. Or if they have to take care of someone, if they have to take care of a child that has to stay out of daycare or out of school, if they have to take care of an elderly parent, that's not as easy for a leisure and hospitality. So it really has made it difficult for leisure and hospitality jobs, small restaurants and hotels and so forth, to get the people back in because they don't have the flexibility that you're finding in a tremendous number of jobs now. So we're still seeing growth, but it is tougher to get them in leisure and hospitality. There's no doubt about it.
Marty Mucci, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate your expertise and what you're seeing.